Guys, it is I, the mighty Greenchili here, and today we're doing an in-game blog. And where I'm at, I'm in the land of Pandaland, next to what would be the Turtle God. But I won't talk about much of it because I don't care. So, yep, it's been like only just 2 weeks since I haven't made an in-game blog, and two reasons why I haven't really done talk much of it. One, being nervous, which you guessed by the title, it's a little rant, and I'm not sure how good I want to talk much about it. But if I mess up something, whatever, I don't care. I have no doubt I'm gonna be hate for this one. Like I cannot deny it. So you might be wondering what to talk about. Let's talk about which is the elites and casuals first, because I know people might think I'm like a anti-elitist or anti-casual, or at least in this video an anti-elitist. But the problem is really it's not the case. The real problem I have is just people just seem to presume that casuals should get no love, and then the elitists should get more love, and the casuals should be like ignored. But at the same time, I don't think casuals should really take over the game. Like, I don't think they should take over every single thing. The more I grew up with this game, I have like a lot of things change in my mind. If anything, I think both sides just need to get an equal amount of what they can get. But again, it's not gonna be perfect, that's for certain. So in my mind, I have no problem against elitists as a filthy casual myself. But stuff like remove LFR and such, obviously there'll be some little things that elitists want to remove because they think it's the game is too easy. But for me, no. There's many reasons, and I'll probably explain later. But yeah, not a good idea. And another thing, which I know I've been saying this to death, and that is the upright orc, and probably mentioning the bear, model update since BFA was out. In my opinion, they both suck. Like, the whole thing about these upright orc is extremely overrated. Like, from just basically using Warcraft 3's, models, and like it's like old models. Let's be fair. From like some artwork, and you got the Warcraft, the movie artwork, WoD artwork with the the warlords, not even the basic orc for the most part. It's like, and you look at compared to most artwork, it's just a general actual in-game model. It's just so lackluster. Like it's just so rare. People just presumed that let me try to explain what I mean. Is that presumed that being an upright orc is somehow better, and how Anj is for peons. The problem is that Hanges were never for peons, like 0% whatsoever. The reason why people presume this because of the fucking in-game model and making rumors about how the peons model was, quote-unquote used. But guess what? It didn't exist. If anything, it was just part of the design choice, really. If anything, in Warcraft 3, the peons were also upright too, but people ignore that because they were too focused on grunts too much that they completely ignore the reasoning. And because no one really argued against them and let them be in their little hideout, it keeps on growing and growing. And then I think it was like World of Warcraft movie, it no doubt exploded with these nonsensical people who think that upright orcs are the best and Haunch is the worst. It's really silly, and I find it the most overrated. And I tried giving upright a chance on my rogue. It didn't change the stealth. It didn't look cool, and the only reason people love it so much is because they presume their trial would look better. But guess what? It doesn't. What most of the people I see in the trial most of it's crap, or most of them are just pieces only. And yeah, I just don't think they're very original people at all. I mean, yeah, you might see them like on Asmongold's stream, like they've got like a lot of praise, but keep in mind is Asmongold is just about goofing off or just the rules are very different than most Trundle, especially that the two rule restriction. Like I don't think every Trundle competition has that, especially since everyone treats Trundle competitions or even Trundle itself as a joke. You got people who wanting all armor types to be available, for all classes, hunter wearing plate armor, such, etc. And then you got people wanting armor weapons to be non-spec and mostly class-based. Why? Because they have no power anymore, which is really stupid because if that's the case, should it be used by all classes, not just the specs in that case? Like, since Ashbringer no longer has the power, not only is it no longer a ret spec weapon, can it be used by Death Knights, since the corrupted version and the PvP version are very unpaladin. And I'll tell you that much. And I do think people just presumed that their opinion matters, but really they don't. Especially you can easily knock the heads out. Yeah, I know it's like one of the most dumbest complaints, and people just like keep complaining here and there. And then you also got Mr. GM for like the one thing that Mr. GM said, how he was hoping that maybe Worgen get an upright model, which I completely disagree because for one, it's the whole upright thing in general. Like I mentioned with the upright orc is so overrated, and in general terms, like he claims that because they're Hanj, that's why they're not popular, or at least for the word female and male, it's just that's not true. The real complaint, which most working players would agree with me, is that it just looks low res. And for the working female, it's not even the snarl. The snarl, let's be fair, are you intimidated by a puppy or a fucking wolf that snarl at you? Obviously, be scared of the wolf who's gonna snarl at you because knowing he's gonna bite your ass, and that's how I compare it to a working male and females really. The problem with those two is just that they're low res. The working female's eyes just look really derpy. I mean, yeah, they look better, look cute, you can say that, but I was hoping they had the glowing eyes, and I heard from rumors that they do. I just haven't found any confirmation at all, because it's so vague. Or maybe it just didn't look deep enough, I have no clue. But from what I can tell from some rumors and some pictures, which sadly didn't bring up for some reason, maybe you might get the glowing eyes for working females, I don't fucking know. So, that's my little take on it. The whole upright thing is just really overrated. It's just people's excuse of trying to look cool, quote unquote, for their crappy transmog, and just in general, they just don't really care. Like, zero cares. And if you see one of my characters, which I probably bet nobody knows me, is that I actually did a little sort of a crappy revolution where any upright orc I pass by, I spit on them. For any orc that is haunched, I give them a salute, as pay respect for them to not, really give a shit about the upright orc, or who knows. It's a dumb revolution, I'd be fucking honest. I never understand why my subs isn't doing that within a good first 2 months, but I did anyways, and I have no regrets. I even got some nice happy comments, and it was the best moment of my life. Like, seriously, I got hate from it. And I get people who like try to spit back at me, and get people who are just trying to, talk shit to me as whispers, but I don't regret it, man. I do not regret it. Like, nada. So yeah, it was stupid, but let's be honest. Our lifespans are short. We just cannot forget that fact. Understood? Good. And how's going on my minigame? Miniguide, I meant to say. How's it going along? Because, man, I'm pretty sure some people whoever looked at my video, these my in-game blogs, who heard about the Zundalari, toy thing that I basically made supposed to make it for a miniguide, but to be very honest, it's just a simple, easy script. The reason why it's so delayed is because I'm nervous as heck And second, I'm not sure how I'm gonna edit it in a way if I want to prove it with terms of like the visual effects or whatnot, and how the presentation goes. So that's the reason why it's been delayed for like 4 weeks, I think. Yeah, it's been a freaking long week, man. Long weeks. I have the script done, and yet I still haven't recorded at all. Hopefully, after the in-game blog, after the Trademark Showcase is coming up, hopefully I can do an in-game blog. Did I say in-game blog? I meant, hopefully, the Solari mini guide will be added. Because there's not that many of them, so I want to add in mine so that, someone who's into the toy can find my video and hopefully they enjoy it. Because, I don't know. I'm crappy, let's be honest. I mean, my editing skills is not as good as, like, Bellark Gaming or Nixxiom. Like, in terms of, like, create fancy transitions, clear cam, or anything. Like I'm not even that advanced, but let's be fair. I mean, if you look at their older videos, I'm pretty sure they're not even that high tech. I mean, yeah, they have the cam screen, all that, do that, but compared to their newest videos, obviously it's clear close. Hopefully, I'm like more better. I don't have any money to really support, getting better, better program because OpenShot is just a mess. Like, I don't know who are the programmers, publishers in the program, but they suck ass. They prove something, but then they screw up something that's even worse. Like the last update the latest one that I did got, it fixed the lagging issue like pretty damn good. Like you can barely notice the lag here and there. Not even a simple crash or a lag spike, I should call it. But guess what? Trying to freaking export a video for YouTube, it crashed halfway. So that means I have to go revert back, because if I don't, that means there'll be no fucking YouTube video. And I really hate it, and I might check it out. Maybe I might forget because I'm lazy. I don't fucking know. Hopefully they just fix it, man, or I'm just going to have to get a new program that's much better and more efficient. At least hopefully. So, now to talk about my rant. And if you listen to the video, you might notice I might have little burps or like little coughs. I don't know, for some reason I keep getting these sore throats. Like, it's hurting my damn throat a lot. And yet, for some reason, not even the sniffing is also because the gas in my stomach just keep making me burp for no reason. Like, try to talk and I get the, like me. It's just disgusting. And trying to talk to a person, especially on a video, it's disgusting. It's just fucking disgusting. I'm trying to like edit out the breaks here and there, but I don't know. And plus I'm just like really far behind on schedule. So hopefully when I get this in-game block done, the 2 Trademark Showcase and the recordings of the Lori toy thing, hopefully it gets all through, because I'm just such a delay scumbag. I don't know why. Maybe I'm just a little too worried, but now let's get to the rant, shall we? I feel like Nixxiom has been quite a complainer, claiming he's the voice of the community despite wanting to remove LFR and other casual content. Not sure, but definitely wants leveling professions to be relevant because they used to be useful. And you have to CC the mods when leveling, and funny enough, he's preferred mainly low-level professions.
I also have a very strong opinion still that Blizzard really needs to look at professions at low levels, because I've been leveling a Night Elf Warrior on the side. He is currently level 30, and professions are completely fucking useless. They are completely useless if you're a low-level player. There is at no point any need to make anything as a blacksmith. There is at no point any need to go to the auction house and sell copper, because you don't need money while you level up. Professions are completely irrelevant at low levels, and I hate that. As someone that's been playing since back in vanilla WoW, when professions were a big part of leveling, they were really something that you needed. I really hate how, like, professions have become so neglected in regards to, the new player experience, because I think professions add another layer of depth to the game, because you're not just leveling up your character, you're leveling up your professions and your skills, and so on and so forth.
He complained about, like, guess what? Of course they're useless, because it's old content. 1 to 16 BFA, because, you're gonna want your copper bars to matter, back in the day when you need copper fest, and how it felt rewarding to make it and then use it for questing. It was so good. You know what I mean? Yeah, right. If anything, he should just wait for Classic and not force level scaling your profession to be relevant, despite the fact that we have 1 to 120 to go. Wow! Even an Altaholic with 50 characters, that's amazing. Guess what? It's not. It's not! Like, why do we need to have a slower pacing and the overtune of a mess? Heck, the Ogre from the Garrison quest, before there was, the Frostwolf, get hit super hard. Yet, when WoD was relevant, where he's, only a bit tough because of his health, not his damage. I mean, seriously, his damage is crazy. I had to go bear mode on my druid to even kill that bastard. And I'm not joking, he suck ass. Yeah, totally well balanced. And just to tip the iceberg about the changes in 7.3.5, you might be thinking, Blizzard said they'd be hotfix and it's easy as pie. You're really stupid, Greenchili. Ooh. Well, guess what? They barely fix it, man. Barely fix it. And just... some of the OP quests got fixed, I can admit that. But I was still seeing freaking broken quests here and there. And the only ones complaining are majority don't even play alts. Unless it's an allied race, which I'm pretty sure all of you made an allied race and get the heritage set a few weeks or so. I mean, because you don't even play alts. Not even for, personal roleplay at all. Let's be fair, I mean, not everyone's gonna roleplay outdoors or out in the, outside Goldshire, obviously. So, of course, you have your own character's personal story, which you don't really tell people unless it's freaking machinima or you want your fans to hear about your wisdom of storytelling, which probably be shit. Who fucking knows? Crazy, right? Another thing, when he said in the other video, he clearly doesn't care about the new players at all. But only the old players get in touch on Classic to live on nostalgia. And you wonder how dumb Nixxiom can get? He complained about the beta demo, where the test if Classic servers working abilities are like were fine like they were before. And what he complained about? Was it bug crashes? Unneeded changes? Maybe he doesn't like the content added from the different expansion. Nope. Nope. It is because he started level 15 and felt like Classic is ruined.
It's the fact that Blizzard is having the demo start at level 15. Now, I've heard people talk about this, but not specifically what I'm about to say about it. And that is, I think the decision that Blizzard has made to start players at level 15 is a very, very bad decision. In fact, I would almost say it is sort of, what's the word I'm looking for? Harmful. It could be potentially harmful to Classic WoW and somebody who has never played it before for them to start at level 15. Now, let me explain what I mean by that. So in Classic World of Warcraft, let's take a hunter, for example. Well, we could take any class. We could take a hunter, we could take a warlock, we could take a rogue, doesn't matter. But let's talk about a hunter. Let's talk about the iconic hunter class. In World of Warcraft today, when you log in, well, what do you get when you log into a level 1 hunter? Well, you get your pet, you get your bow, you get your abilities, and you go and you start questing. Now, In the classic WoW demo, let's say that there's a little boy, and his name's Billy, okay? He plays a hunter in World of Warcraft today. Never has played Classic before. He's never played it and doesn't know anything about it. Never played it, and he logs onto the classic WoW demo, and he makes this brand new character. He makes a Night Elf Hunter, and he logs in. What is he given as soon as he logs in? Well, he is given a pet automatically because he's starting at level 15, so he's probably going to start with a pet. He's going to start with his bow. He's probably going to start with a quiver full of arrows. He's going to start with a number of abilities, and he's going to be sent to quest in Westfall to wander around and see what he can do. Really, the only difference that he is going to experience with classic WoW compared to WoW today is he's going to experience just the fact that the quests aren't very linear, and the movement speed in classic WoW is a lot slower. And if little Billy decides to try out playing he tries out playing Hunter, he's gonna log in. It's not gonna be that different. He's gonna be like, oh, well, this is not that interesting. It's not as different or bizarre or crazy as I thought it was gonna be. In the classic WoW demo, little Billy is not going to have that experience of leveling up from 1 to 10 without a pet. And let me tell you something. If you never leveled from 1 to 10 without a pet back in the day, it's tough. You are so weak and pathetic and vulnerable without your pet as a hunter. To hit level 10 and to do your pet taming quest line. But in the classic demo, Blizzard is just going to give you the pet. They're going to remove that sense of achievement, just like they've done in the modern game. And I think that it just wasn't a very good decision on Blizzard's part to start people at level 15.
What? How funny, because Westfalls and Barrens are test areas. You know, the first area design, and you know, when you die in a weird way, you'll be sent to Barrens if you're an Alliance, and if you're Horde, you'll be sent to the... Wait, was I get that wrong? No, I meant Westfalls for Alliance, Barrens is for the Horde. There we go, I fixed it. Kinda. And they're the test areas, and only have to be level 15 at the beta. But yet he gets butthurt. And that's not all. He also hates LFR. If I didn't mention that, which F you to all the casuals in IRL who took over the schedules. Been took over by the schedule, or have a wife or girlfriend who doesn't want to feel like cheated. And if you're like a neckbeard like Nixxiom or Asmongold, of course you don't care about LFR. You want to remove. And what only does is have extra time, only to do raids with guilds that might want to remove Cross Realms and Group Fighter for some reason, along with World Quests. Why? 'Cause old vanilla community.
The introduction of things like LFR. Fuck LFR. If LFR needs to be explained to you, like why LFR is bad, dude, I just don't have the patience for you, man. Like, I'm sorry. Like, I just don't. LFR, the list goes on.
I know there's a crowd of people that love dungeons to be relevant thanks to Mythic Plus system. After all, it's the best way to get gear for raiding. But if you don't have the time to do normal raiding, or still scared of raiding, or the last group fucking think your item level sucks ass, and you're not playing the best spec, I quote. There are many reasons why LFR is the way to go, but if LFR is a big deal for elitist neckbeards, why not remove Warforged or some stuff, you know, not for LFR at all? You know, LFR to be what it is, just a tutorial or a place to not feel scared that they're making a mistake that matters. Because that's what they're worried about. And trust me, my dad used to play fucking vanilla WoW, and now he doesn't really play that game anymore. Not because the game was too easy, he just doesn't have time, and he's just old. He's 47 years old. I mean, he's not that old. I mean, he plays Roblox and plays a pet simulator, and if you know what I'm talking about, that's basically what he does, but on private servers, so... yeah, that sucks. That's life in a nutshell. mean, heck. You have to wait for weeks after the raid launch to do LFR. It's not a big deal. Let's be honest. We learn anything I think from Nixxiom, he's not really care about the community other than mainly elitists or the vanilla fanbase. Which is nothing wrong liking the community you feel at home with, but you're definitely not the voice of the community. If anything, Big Daddy Dick Asmongold is a better voice of the community in my opinion. All he needs is a punch of gnomes to get his hair back over time is what he needs. In order to get help, make sure you give him Twitch Prime. I don't know what it is, but I heard something like it's donating money to him, but more exclusively. Oh my. So, yeah, I'm not a total sellout. Totally not. I'm not whispered to him and he gave me 500 gold and I suck his dick. No. If I have gold here and he reacts to me, be sure to roast me. Not just in this video, but be sure to roast me on my freaking character because I don't give a fuck about my life. So anything, what you guys think? Am I wrong about it? Or you guys don't like me? Or you want me to die, whatever? Then dislike this video and subscribe to be a stalker onto me. So, in my video. Yeah, I messed up that script. But anyways, be sure to remember...
Hello, old chum. I'm not a gnolf. I'm not a gnoblin. I'm a gnome, and you've been... No!